Hello, everybody. Look at that. I started on time. Go me.
You're late.
But what's up? Shush. No. I was 30 seconds, but we don't count seconds, okay?
Wow.
But hi. Well,
Stream cover.
look at the overlay, everyone. Another big shout out to I am MV Gaming. If you haven't already, go check them out because they be the ones that be making all this cool stuff for us. So
Thank you,
check it out.
Envy.
Yeah, thanks, Envy. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mindy.
Totally ready today, as always. But so we'll just go ahead. We'll go down the line again. Make sure everyone knows everybody. But let's go ahead and let's just go with our elf rogue.
Hello. I'm Krista, playing Onwin, the elf rogue.
And we got a human ranger. A ranger? I said cleric. Totally said cleric.
We're talking about the elf ranger, the human cleric.
Words are a thing to everybody. Did we know that?
Hi, I'm Ray, and I play Ahmed, the human cleric.
Cool. Yeah, cleric, not ranger. Everyone get it right. And then next up we have the good old little tiefling fighter.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ness, and I play Aspen Lacuna. Welcome.
And we have a lot of humans. I never realized how many humans. We've 2 humans, 2 and 3 elves. All right, fair enough. Then we have Maxwell.
Hey, I'm Dusky B. I'm playing the one, the only Maxwell Bello. Human warlock, possibly a bard. I don't know. We have a human ranger somehow.
Child, we do not need this back talk. Ferris, tell them like it is.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm Ellie, playing Varys, the Elf Ranger and host for this evening.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, hold on, you're not hosting this. I am.
Don't take me as far, Cole.
And then we have, last but not least, sorcerer.
Hi guys, my name is Allie, and I am the voice of Arabella Avalon. She is our high elf princess sorcerer, and I hope you're ready for tonight to see what happens.
Can you tell me what's supposed to happen? Because I don't know. No? Okay, thanks. Recaps are nice. Does the chat want to recap? No, I don't think they do. I don't think anyone wants to recap. Well, okay.
Nah, they don't need one.
We had a party.
We're still having a party.
Technically, the party is still happening. No, the party has been traveling for many months. Finally settling back in their hometown, or what they've decided to make their hometown now. Their home base is Summerstar. They have a nice little place that they like to call a homestead. Essentially, just kind of an old barracks that they've turned into the homestead. How many times can I say that? Apparently, at least twice. But many of their old friends that they've made along their travels have arrived, and they've been having a good time, and I've had to do so many voices. Do I remember them all? Absolutely not. But it's going to be a good time, and we ended on one ominous individual of some who would say friend. Others would say spawn of Satan, but that both of those are much too kind for what he actually is. Who is just a human named Henry. But that is essentially where we left off. So I need to get the music correct here.
Wait, can I just say one thing?
I will turn off the music here. Continue.
I just wanted to give a shout out to our DM, Asher, for performing all the unique voices that we heard our first session, because we all know that's not a very easy thing to do. So I think our players and our chat should give Asher a round of applause.
Don't do it. You better not. Don't you dare.
Yay!
now. There's expectations of me. I don't like expectations.
Especially
You're the
since
DM,
the
there's
session was
already-
lost.
You're the
Oh,
DM. There's already expectations for you. Fucking
you
deal with it,
know.
man.
Also,
Oh.
thank you, Envy, for the new layout. It looks amazing.
Happy with it. I'm pretty happy.
All
with
right,
it.
we're good
No,
now.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Is there anything else people want to do? No? Cool. I appreciate it. I didn't need anyone else calling me out. But thank you, Allie. I appreciate you. Let us begin where we last left off. With an individual coming over the yonder through the field of the very familiar face of Henry. A friend to one that you met in the Shademount Cathedral Empire. Maxwell, what would you like to do?
I would like to get up, go greet him outside.
All right. Yeah, all right, easy enough. Are you going to like walk out into the middle of the field to go greet him, or are you just like kind of waiting for him to get like a little bit closer?
Yeah, I'll go out.
Go out. All right. Very good. I mean, as you come, I mean, he's pretty far away. But you walk out to him into the kind of distant field. You do notice that he is not alone. He's being flanked by 3 other individuals. One of which, turns on the music. This is the music's loud. Really? All right. Good to know. You have the Henner, which is, a young man wearing those green robes you're very, very familiar with, who apparently I'm failing to find the artwork for, so I could throw that in the Instagram, but such is failure today. But you do see another individual who looks and appears a bit different than the average person. Their hair is long, white, almost translucent in a way. Their skin themselves is a tinge of blue with silver, like stars speckled throughout. Their eyes glowing pink, and a jewel on their forehead. She wears a very fine, slender dress that's shoulderless and sleeveless. She flanks alongside Henry. On either side of them are 2 other individuals, both at the moment wearing white shirts, black pants, short black boots, with a very tight-fitted vest tied in a corset like in the back. Henry sees you, Maxwell, as you kind of walk over to him, his arms come out, and goes, Maxwell! So good to see you! Come here, my friend!
It's been a while. Still doing good?
As always. Even better when I got that gift from you. Thank you so much. I really didn't have to, but I appreciate you sending it to me.
I know you did. You said you were looking out for something like that, so it was an easy find, actually.
Really?
Partially, yeah.
Good. I'm glad. I mean, the desert of Kamoy is not exactly, the most hospitable area. So the fact that you're telling me, it was actually easy to find makes me think there's more to you than you're letting on.
Come on. The party's going. It's having a great time. I hope you guys all have a wonderful time. Are you all friends with Henry?
He goes, oh, sorry. He just kind of snaps his fingers, and the 2 individuals on the other side, their features aren't. You basically can see they. How do I say it? They're very bland. In fact, I mean, you can just recognize them as changelings. Features very bland, nothing really distinct about them, which makes them just very unique individuals in themselves. As he kind of snaps his fingers, both of them morph into what appear to be one. It turns into more of a human creature, pale skinned man, short black hair, kind of pulled back into a small ponytail, wearing the same thing he was wearing before, but a few other kind of napkins kind of wrap around his arms, and his sleeves kind of get pulled up. The other individual turns into a female tiefling, shoulderless, shirt kind of appears. Bosom kind of out a little bit more with a low V-neck, wearing a skirt, also with the towel kind of wrapped around their arms. Both of them appear to be like some sort of like party workers, party guests. He goes, I was not going to show up with not, assisting with the party. I know I'm not exactly allowed to enter into, believe you said the house itself, but it never said anything about not being able to assist with the party and any way of somewhat workers. So they are at your disposal. Please do. I'm there. Or just go and take care of anyone who needs it. They will clean. They will cook. Whatever you need, they are happy to provide.
Definitely help leading up and just making sure the food is well prepped, or just well stocked. But I don't think we're gonna need any real kind of work. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I assume that was all right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some people would like that, but I know there are also kids here, so I want to keep things a bit more. Well, drinking's all right. We want to keep things a bit more good for the youngins.
Maxwell, they're not that kind of worker. I was.
I missed
What
it.
did I get brought up? No. I'm sorry. He looks and goes, I'm really sorry. He doesn't know. Just go do your thing. He goes, no, they're actually. I use them anytime I throw any type of small parties. They're quite good workers. I mean, they're paying top coin and they do an excellent job. But they're not that kind of worker. I didn't know that was. Is that this kind of party?
No, it is not.
Okay, I thoroughly did not. You don't do that to me, okay? Now I do have one. Do they know I'm here? This is why I was invited.
Ferris kind of does. Everyone else, not as much.
Should I be expected to be stabbed in the back for all the horrible things I've done? Like,
We did
know.
no horrible things. I hope not. I will make sure
apparently-
you're not.
Well, I appreciate. I mean, please don't stay outside. On my account, I have brought good company. Which again, I'm terribly sorry I didn't introduce you to earlier. This is Acela. She's one of my good friends. She is amazing. She's great with hosting parties. She's great at talking. I thought she would be splendid. Splendid plus one to bring in here. Now we're not a thing or anything of that nature. We're just really good friends. And she kind of goes, "Oh, hello, Maxwell. I've heard so much about you."
It's a pleasure to meet you. I've just heard a few things about you. It sounds fantastic so far, so
She puts her hand out kind of for you.
you'll take it.
And do what with it?
Shake. Firm hand.
I figure it's gonna be a firm handshake. And she kind of puts she holds out her left hand and she kind of give like a firm handshake with it. You do notice a tattoo on her upper left arm. It looks like almost like a birthmark, but like somehow roll me an insight check actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, first roll of the day.
Skills. 21.
Okay, 21. Very nice, sir. You can definitely tell there are hidden tattooed arcane sigils kind of intertwined with the birthmark itself.
Alrighty. Keep momentum.
Her eyes glow in the night. You're not exactly sure what she is.
That's alright. We'll lead them back to the house and show Henry and whomever's following him to all the festivities on the outside.
Alrighty, fair enough. Henry just kind of goes, I do have a question. Are they allowed to go inside?
That is a
Is
fantastic
she
question.
allowed inside?
I am not sure. Can I go ask?
Absolutely. Again, Maxwell, don't feel like you have to change anything to hang out with me. I'm just happy to see where you live. This is fantastic. Summerstar is such a beautiful city. I've heard so many things about it. In fact, I have actually been here once or twice.
What for?
School members, actually. When we went to college in Shademount, some of my friends have actually came out here and passing through towards Olnevia.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. So we go, no, shoot. Stop trying to entertain me. I don't need any entertainment. Shoot, child. I called you child. Shoot.
He's gonna head back inside.
Alrighty, as you kind of head back inside, it's very lively. People don't like. I will say the party. You guys see these two random individuals come in, and they kind of look like workers. And you're not sure exactly who they've come in from. And if you kind of ask, you go, "We're hired help," and you question it, but at the same time, you don't feel anything like negative coming from them. So I think you kind of allow it, and then you see Maxwell kind of walking in. What are each of you doing, if anything in particular?
Onwin, I think, is still making her kind of doing her rounds, chatting with Ragnar and everything, just doing what she can.
Easy enough to do. Ragnar is being, for a last minute date, he's doing the best job he has. You can see as horrible as it sounds, he's doing a great job at flirting without actually crossing like any type of like physical or like, whenever like a guy tries to flirt, it's like sometimes like a little bit like, all right, calm down, man, calm down. You're a little all over them. You see the ones where it's just like people are just like genuinely nice and it kind of comes off as flirting. Ragnar's that kind of so nice that it's like, hold on, is this flirting? Is this not?
Okay, she's basically just laughing along with it, just playfully returning the flirts, just kind of like, yeah, it's like, okay. In that like kind of friendly, doesn't quite mean anything by it type way?
Absolutely. Now to everyone else, you're looking at this, you're like, I could totally see this, but I also know the backstory to this, but I could totally see this, but I also know this is weird. But Varys, how are you doing?
Last checked, I was making the rounds of the room with Max's mum. Like, I was introducing her to people so that, other than the people of her caravan, like, she actually knew some people here. And then every now and again, like, answering any questions that she had of me.
A lot of them are she's trying to find out who this kind of special person is without actually like being specifically told, but she doesn't pry too much. If anything, she just takes great interest in everyone. When you kind of get over to Wei and Ping, she goes, "Oh, hello, Wei. I haven't heard anything about you, but you look very wise." And Wei just goes, and just kind of looks at her. She goes, "Okay."
It's the very like polite dinner party thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to introduce you to each other. I'm going to introduce you by saying a fact that I know about you to the other person and vice versa. So now you have, like, something about each other.
Yeah, it's adorable. Varys is being the best host that she can possibly be.
Yep.
Alright, is there anything else people wish to do? Otherwise, Max will be entering in here soon with some interesting news. All right, Maxwell, you enter in, seeing your mother being courted around by Varys, being introduced to all these other individuals. Ragnar seems to be having a good time with Onwin. You do see Lennis being a little bit of a wallflower, but he's talking to William actually a little bit. And you can see Lorenzo at the moment kind of sitting on the couch with Arabella. They're both of them kind of chit-chatting a little bit. Lorenzo has a big old pint in his hands, filled to the brim with some sort of beer, ale, or some sort of another. As he kind of seems to be and goes, who let the trash in?
You've been here for a while. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have not had enough drink. Arabella, is there anything better? Does this, whatever that is, because no one actually knows, still drink the worst thing on the planet?
Unfortunately, he does. I don't understand.
Because he
the
hates
wisdom
himself
behind
and he's
it.
a Bun of a swine. I'm so sorry, Mom. He just looks. He's like, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean, Mom. She just kind of looks. She just has like a little smile, but you can also see like kind of anime, like a little spark going on. It just kind of zaps him as he kind of falls over. He goes, okay. Yep. I'm just gonna go die in the corner. I'll be back here a while. It just kind of slinks away.
If only Senetsu were here, then I wouldn't be in this trouble. I need another drink, I think.
I'm gonna head over to Varys.
Is there enough to do?
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Of course.
He's gonna just lean in a little bit, just talk a bit quieter. Had we brought a +1? Are they allowed in? I wanted to clear that first. If no, it's alright. I'll let them know, but I just wanted to make sure before I just said, yeah, come on in.
Well, here's the question, DM. Would Varys have noticed the hired help?
Yes. Yes, you would have. Then, but it's because you've been escorting Maxwell's mother around, you're like noted. I can't do anything about it right now. This is my focus.
In that case, then, in a little bit of a clipped tone, she'd be there like, well, there's already 2 in the house, so what's another one?
Alright. Thank you. Just nod. Head back outside.
Someone's in
She's-
trouble.
She's literally giving you the look of like, we discussed this.
And he,
I am not happy. But oh shit. But to everyone else, this is fine. It's dandy. Oh, the smile on her face is as plastered on as the makeup.
Maxwell will head back outside to let Henry know that probably not a good idea.
As you kind of head out, a little fluttering of wings kind of lands on his shoulder. She goes, "That did not look good."
No, it didn't.
And I'm really drunk right now, so I can notice that. Like, I am not wasted. I am like 2 doors down in next city, down in the Shadowfell.
You should go drink water then.
What's water?
Kind of like alcohol, but has the.
No, I'm gonna run away now. She's slowly fluttering away.
Fair enough.
Maxwell, as you head out, Aspen, Fen is having a blast. You know, she's got some juice in her hand, kind of introducing her parents, kind of to her, the rest of the party to her parents, and learning all these other people, meeting William, who she's met before, but kind of get a little bit to know him a little bit more, kind of meeting some of the rest of the party members, just kind of talking up. Lorenzo, she's very, very much an extrovert and having an absolute blast talking to anyone, everyone. You kind of lose track of her for a moment when you're talking to Kestrel and Mavis, trying to prevent Kestrel from being Kestrel.
Yeah, trying to keep him from flirting with Vane.
Oh, yes, and he has disappeared. It is now just you and Mavis, and the concern is real, but you haven't heard any screams yet. But then you notice from the kind of corner of your eye, from through the window, you see Fen kind of crossing. And then all of a sudden you see her walk back and kind of stops to start talking to an individual. You don't pay too much mind to it, so a couple more minutes pass by as you're talking to Mavis, and you kind of look back, and you see Green. You're like, all right, whatever, Green. And you're like, hold on a second. You kind of look back, and you see Henry talking to Fen.
Oh, immediately, like, whatever him and Mavis are talking about his entire face completely changes. It goes from like a kind of nervous, happy to immediate like confusion to absolute fury.
Do I
And
see this?
he literally just looks at Mavis and just gives her basically the look of like, back me up. And he just immediately starts weaving through the crowd. And he pulls out the dagger from his boot. You know, he's
Okay.
small, so he just fucking weaves through the crowd like it's nobody's business.
Do I see this?
Roll me a perception check because you're not actively. Oh, yeah. Roll me a perception. I want to make that happen. Tell the chat what you get.
I cannot
That's
see what it
BS. You rolled a 4, and you got a 17.
Yeah, I got a 17. Guess my perception is ridiculous. It's a plus 13.
Yeah. You do. Like, you notice that they were kind of chill, and all of a sudden, Mavis and Aspen both characters change, and then they begin to move.
I go over to Aspen, just like weaving through people, and as soon as they're like hi kind of thing, and just like making my way
You
over
won't not
to
be able to get to
Aspen.
them. With how they're moving, you're going to have to push people to catch up with them or try to meet them at the front door. You're not going to be able to just get right to them with how many people. You've
I
stuffed
will
now
meet them at the front door.
children, adults, and friends into this little homestead. You remember me? I'm at the front door.
I'll meet them at the front door.
All right. You guys get to the front door, and you see Airmaid approaching you, Aspen.
I literally just finger spell to her in ASL Henry.
I don't think you
Uh,
spell it out. I think you've made a particular sign just for Henry by this point.
Yeah, we have made a
Okay,
particular
that's
sign
fair.
just for Henry. Eyes just go wide. Just nods and just follows you out the door.
Maxwell, I will say, Varys, what's your passive 15?
Yeah, I think my passive is a 15.
Because there's 3 individuals doing it at this point, if anyone has a passive of 13 or higher, you'll notice some of your party members now pushing to the front door and heading out in a little bit of urgency. Besides Maxwell, as you are already outside of this point, and you start moving towards Henry, what would you like to do?
There's a mumble under the breath of just shit.
Can I do something?
I would very delicately just be there like, apparently something is happening outside that needs my attention. I will be right back. Of course, food, drink, whatever you like. Our house is your house. And just begins to head outside as if nothing is wrong, just calmly walking.
I'll come with
Actually, no, I change that.
Okay.
And they're like, there's something that needs my attention, and I unfortunately need to leave you here. But feel free to use the house as you'd like, and I would like to walk to an area where I will be able to teleport outside.
Okay.
I'm cheat
Arabella?
coding it, and I'm gonna walk and then teleport.
That's easy enough to do. Do you have a passive of 13 or higher? First off, Arabella.
I do. It's
Okay.
16.
Cool.
So she'll get up and she's gonna go quickly over to Lorenzo because that was who she was kind of with before he got up and left. She's gonna go to him and go, if you excuse me, I need a moment. There is something that needs my attention. Please stay here and unlike your brother, stay out of trouble.
Sure, I'll be here.
And maybe when I get back, we'll share a drink together. Possibly a dance if there's music.
Sure, I'm down as long as we can outshine that douchebag. And he kind of looks around for Maxwell.
Cool. And then she just kind of goes by and kind of like she will walk away, but at the minute she gets to the door, she's gonna like run out.
Onwin, what would you like to do?
To answer the question of the advanced question of passive perception, she does have a passive of 19.
Yep. So you notice. Anyone over 13 would notice.
Yep. Essentially something somewhat similar. Just looks at Ragnar. Just, well, should we go see what the commotion's about?
I was trying to ignore that, to be quite honest with you, but if it's something that needs pressing, why not?
Well, the party is on us, so if something's going wrong, we should look into it.
Fine.
Well.
No one really noticed, but Lennis is already outside waiting for them. And you kind of just look over. You saw where Lennis was actually being a wallflower, and you can actually see he's no longer there.
Well,
All right, fine.
at least he's doing something.
Yeah, well, I kind of hope he doesn't do what he did last time. You know, there was an issue, and there was a hag, and, you know, he technically almost died, but, you know. Who's counting? Let's go.
Certainly not you. And just heads towards the door.
Maxwell, while all this is happening, you're already walking to Henry.
So, it'd probably be safe if you both stayed outside.
Oh, but I can't go inside. I was so looking forward to meeting everyone.
I apologize, but just trying to keep things in the right as best as I can.
What was so bad that you did, Henri? Oh, what did I do that was so bad, Henry? Maxwell, could you remind me? I talk to myself in the third person sometimes, I guess.
Just think there was some miscommunication or something like that.
Yes, I think there was one time when they were in our lovely city, you know, as it is. One of them accidentally let, I believe, the ears be seen, and but there's a possible stoning. And I believe I put them in one of our hideouts, where they asked if I was a follower of Gratz, and that I was a part of a cult. To which I said, technically, yes, absolutely, follower of Gratz as I am. Which you also know. I've never kept it a secret from anyone. But that made me evil, which I guess in some terms, in some areas, yes, absolutely. I am just the spawn of hell for being that. But I believe that's where everything kind of went downhill. Oh, and I gave you a bottle that had a little bit of the essence of Gratz. That also, I think, kind of pissed him off. Well, Maxwell, if you don't mind me prying, did you take it willingly? Because that's how it works. It doesn't. Well, if you don't take it willingly, it doesn't partake.
I did.
Then what's the issue?
Circumstance, I guess. Just miscommunication and things of that nature. Sure. Probably be difficult, but in time, I think bridges could possibly be mended, and people, probably not friendships, but or just let bygones be bygones. Hopefully.
Well, it looks like we might have more bygones than we expected. As she says that, you can see her looking over your shoulder, Maxwell. As you kind of glance behind you, you see an Aspen crouching low, running towards you. As all of a sudden you look back and you notice Fen. You didn't really notice, but she was kind of behind them as they were apparently talking to someone. And see Fen. You realize Aspen's now behind you. Mavis is now there as well with a broom.
I am
Air,
standing in front of Fen, like keeping Fen behind me to like
you
protect her.
can't. You cannot get to Fenton. You would have to go about 50 feet past the building and then go around both Maxwell and Henry to get to Fenton. So that is incapable of happening at the moment.
Great.
Varys, you teleport, and you, because of the teleportation, are going to be there much sooner than everyone else. So I will say, because of your teleportation, you have the first ability to react at Aspen getting to bolt, Mavis possibly backing them up, with an Aramid looking to flank around the side with the intentions you're unsure of.
Yeah, teleports. Free speech to Henry and his +1. If you can signal to your friends, I'd rather you leave without bloodshed. And it's obvious that, like, she's giving him a warning. She doesn't want any kind of combat. She's just trying to be like, please leave. Like, now is the time.
Okay.
And then
Alrighty.
I think she's gonna turn to Aspen and body block. If he tries to tackle Henry, he's gonna have to tackle Varys.
So tell me this, with your teleportation, do you retain your movement, or is that teleportation taking place of the movement?
No, retain, it's just a bonus action.
Okay, alrighty. Then, yes, I will say, Aspen, if you are bolting, Varys is going to rush in front of you. You will need to make an athletics check versus their acrobatics or athletics. Oh, no, you would need to make an athletics or acrobatics, and Varys would have to make athletics.
Oh, no, he can barrel me over if he wants, but I want to get in the way.
Yes, but you're trying to forcefully stop them, correct?
Yeah, I guess, technically.
Aspen,
Well,
are you... What do you do?
If that's the case, Aspen will kind of redirect his momentum to kind of slide past them a little bit to put himself in between them and Fen. And kind of body block of his own, have his arm out in front of Fen and just have his right hand straight out with a dagger, just like free speech in pure abyssal, just like, what the fuck is this worm doing here? And he will hold his action because he saw Varys put herself in front of him, but
Okay.
he's ready to stab.
Okay. Airman, what are you doing seeing this kind of happening in kind of momentum of what you were originally trying to do?
I'm still gonna go around and like help like protect Fen as well.
Okay.
With Aspen. To the point where actually I'm gonna grab Fen's hand and just say to her, I think it's best if you go inside now.
Okay. Arabella and Onwin, by the time you guys are getting out here, you're just seeing what just conspired. So you have Aspen and Ermid both on the backside of this strange woman, and with Henry. Maxwell confronting Henry, and a Varys kind of near Maxwell at this point in the time. What would you two like to be doing?
Arabella's gonna come out and go, Now, no need to make a scene. It's rude to our guests. However, I do not believe an invitation was sent to you. Was it, Maxwell?
And Onwin, what would you like to do?
Yeah, when she gets over there, Onwin would essentially kind of look between everyone, gauge the situation, just. And I don't believe I have had the pleasure to meet you. What exactly is the issue here? May I
You did
ask?
not You do not want to meet him. That I can already answer for you.
Out of your corner of your guys' eyes as well, Airman, especially you notice, very nonchalantly, a Lennis just kind of walking around from the other side of the building, not wielding anything, not doing anything, just kind of playing with like a little bit of a kind of like a stick, just kind of at the ground, just kind of minding his own business.
I clock it. I don't call attention to it at all.
Mm-hmm. Maxwell, you've been asked a question.
I did invite him.
Yes, I was invited actually.
It's all right.
Now, please, Maxwell, after you.
That's all I really want to say.
Well said. Well said. I meant no offense to the two individuals I sent in. They are not of my party or companions. They are a company that is from Shimao Cathedral Empire that I've paid top dollar for. Now, if you do not wish to receive their services, I will more than happily send them back to Shanemount with their money full and well paid with a shorter work hour.
Well, you were saying, Varys?
You're
I
away.
think it would be. I think
I'm
it would
gonna
be
take
best.
Fen inside.
Yes.
And I just, like I say, I grabbed Fen's hand and I'm just walking her back to the house.
She seems confused. She goes with you, but she's kind of looking to everyone. It's like, what's the big deal?
I will whisper to her so that it's quiet and hopefully nobody can hear it. I'll explain later. For now, we're walking.
Okay.
When I get close enough, I'll signal over to Lennis and I'll just tell him to take her inside. And then I'll return back to the party.
I'll do so. For now.
As much as the gesture is appreciated, I think it best that the service that you have purchased is recalled. And that if Maxwell wishes to spend an evening with you, your lovely guest, then it best be done off grounds. If there's any food that you wish, we can set up a parting parcel.
I mean, no disrespect when I say this, and I do. You have all done many great things. Maxwell has told me a bit of what happened in Kumoy and sent me back a parting gift with it, which is very nice. So please, I say this in the utmost respect. You're saying because Maxwell's the only one that says it's okay for me to be here, that his opinion and his, well, in fact, just his opinion is not worthy of your trust. Is that correct?
No, me and Maxwell have already had this discussion.
Indeed, and I was allowed on the property.
I value his opinion, but I also value my privacy. Which is why I said that it was fine for you to come onto the grounds and be a part of the party and eat the food and do whatever it was you wished, as long as it wasn't to enter the house.
Full apology. So I'm allowed on the property, just not in the house. And the fact that I brought in the services, I broke said treaty.
That is all the bad blood I have right now.
Fair enough. I will be recalled. It seemed as if I was no longer allowed on the property in itself anymore. I fully retract that statement.
Well, it's no longer a discussion between me and Maxwell. It's a discussion between everyone now that everyone is aware. So they have to enter their opinions now.
Yeah, the
Which is what
fucking
I
entire time
wanted to avoid.
Aspen. Sorry, go ahead.
No, she literally just says, which is what I wanted to avoid.
The entire time Aspen's just been fucking daring. I cannot speak today. Staring daggers at Henry. Just not fucking saying anything, analyzing him. Just trying to pick him apart non-verbally. And just kind of like taking passing glances at Max. Just like, what the fuck?
Onwin still just seems somewhat confused of just like, what exactly have I missed?
For the one who seems a bit confused, and please cut off my tongue if that is too forward. If I understand the reason why there's a bit of bad blood between 90% of us. Maxwell, I don't believe you are one of those. So you're the 10%. Thank you for that. In the Shema Cathedral Empire, me and Maxwell had I'm sorry. That's just the math I'm having today. Me and Maxwell. Maxwell looked a little bit lost in the city, and I invited him into one of my taverns that I own. We had a drink, which he fully willingly took. I offered to do some sort of... I honestly said, would you like to do drugs? And he said yes. So I was like, fantastic. I gave him a pipe. He smoked. We had another drink. Willingly took. Keep in mind, whenever they went back, they were concerned because a demonic presence was around in Maxwell, which was part of the effects, which he technically did not ask, but I could have explained it to him before partaking. But he seemed an open-minded individual. Later on, the party was about to be stoned to death in the streets of Shademount because, unfortunately as it is, we are not the most accepting of the other races in our fair kingdom. Unfortunately, that wasn't always the case, but it is now, unfortunately, with the King's State. I assisted them in getting a bit off beat with one of our hideouts. Upon doing so, Varys keenly pointed out that I was a demonic worshipper of Gratz, that the bottle I gave Maxwell had a demonic entity inside of it, and that I was a part of a cult. Well, 90% of that is true and sounds like a cult, we're saying. I am a follower of Gratz, which is the demon lord of, what do people typically call it? Maxwell, you just did good for it. It was indulgence. That was the word you used. It was basically just the demon lord of indulgence, which absolutely, 100%. I get, demon lord, typically a bad thing from the average person on the planet. But that is what I'm a follower of. No different than Helm. I do not typically say I do evil deeds. I just enjoy the indulgence that I take. I admitted to all these things, and I have been an outcast ever since. That is the bad blood, if I have spilled it correctly. Please, 100% tell your side of the story. That is 100% fair. That is how I see it.
I see. That's certainly a mouthful. As I have only personally just met you, beyond what you have simply told me just now, I personally bear no ill will, as what has happened in the past has happened, but in this instance, it is something I will defer to my friends for. I suppose under more pleasant circumstances, I would say it has been a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is still there. In every sense of the word. I have no ill will towards any of them. Even with the ill regard they have towards me.
The only other thing I truly have to say is that I've seen a few things in a little bit of my time at sea, and the deities one chooses to serve, or, well, sometimes not even deities, but sometimes does not entirely make a man.
But please, I don't need to discuss this. I can stay on just the property and never enter into your fine and beautiful home. If that is what it takes, I am here to partake in friendship, if anyone who wished to give it to me. I was trying to give a good gesture of bringing hospitality, but they have already, you see they're already starting to come back as you see them both revert back into the very null tone skin tone, very kind of just lipless mouth, very dull eyes, and just short kind of grayish hair, the very kind of bland changeling look as they kind of walk by all of you and goes, thank you very so much for your service. It was greatly appreciated. Here's the rest of your gold, and you see it kind of stacked. Here's your 100 gold. Here is your 100 gold. Thank you very much for your service. The teleportation is still there over past the field where we first entered. Please take it back home, and you enjoy the rest of your night. One of them kind of bows, the other one kind of curtsies, and they both turn and begin to walk down the field. Sorry I overstepped. Puts his hands in the air, kind of like in a surrender.
Onwin just gives him like a friendly, like a professional friendly smile and everything. Just, again, not quite any ill will, since just that, like, I feel like I'm not quite in the position to judge fully.
Fine. The rest of you.
Aspen will kind of roll his eyes and kind of like click his tongue and sheath his dagger back in his boot. I understand you're Maxwell's friend. And I care for him quite a bit. I know that hurting you would probably make him sad. So I won't this time. But just between us, if you ever touch a hair on either of their heads, and he kind of points to the group, and any sort of wrong intentions, I will peel your fingers off one by one, and I will shove them down your fucking throat. Have a good night. And he kind of turns and nods to Mavis and just walks back, not looking anybody in the eye. You can tell he's fuming, but he just walks back to the party.
Mavis kind of walks alongside. She goes, I don't know what that was, but I'm sorry I broke your broom. And she just holds the other end of it. You see she snapped off the tip of it to have a point, to be like a spear.
Trust me, I don't care. And he kind of just like smiles at her, kind of like pats her shoulder.
We're going to be talking about that. You know that, right?
Talking?
Yes. I have no issue with hurting and or killing some random stranger I've ever met if you say it's deemed necessary, but I want to find out who and why.
He kind
Not
of
now. Later.
He looks at her and nods. I understand. And I'll spill my guts.
Now go kiss your girlfriend. And she just walks past you.
I just wanted to make sure she was safe, and he just kind of like runs after her, like a bit red.
I don't know. She was looking at your butt whenever you were in front of her, but you know, what am I thinking of? And she just keeps walking. But the rest of you, what would you like to do?
Arabella's gonna look over at Henry because he's still there, right? He's just gonna stay on the property.
He's standing there waiting for someone to tell otherwise of the ill will, the poor deeds he's done against you.
Since they've agreed that you're allowed to stay on the property, that's fine. However, you must. Gosh, I want to be polite. Oh, to hell with it. I'll just say it.
I was gonna say, there's no need for politeness. Just say it.
You best keep your little cult away from our divine guests. And if any of us, especially me, finds out that you tried to welcome in new people, whatnot, I can guarantee that you will feel the heat in the worst way possible. That you will be picking up burned flesh for the next century if you survive that long. Right, that's it. I have company awaiting me and a party, so I will take my leave. And Arabella. Oh.
Yes.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, okay. As you kind of begin to take your leave, I will say Aspen and Mavis, as I'm calling myself out on that. As you guys are turning around the corner to kind of head over to thanks a lot, Arabella. Now I can't talk. As you go around to try to kind of crest into the main entrance, that main gate to head inside, you see William walking around the corner. As he kind of sees you, he looks at you, and there's a weird look on his face. Something you're not used to seeing. There's something on his face that doesn't spell like he's not happy. He's usually smiling. He's usually that's a lie. He usually has black circles under his eyes. But now lately, if you've seen him, he seems to be happy and having a good time. But now something's changed. It's not exactly negative, but you see his face is drawn different. As he kind of rounds the corner, you kind of pause, and you can kind of see the rest of the group, and you see Arabella beginning to turn her away, and you see William swerve his hands in a swirling typhoon motion as this red bead begins to glow into his palms, as it begins to grow into this fire, as you recognize this spell very innately as a fireball. Just like when Arabella would cast it, as he mutters these words from this incantation from a book he has it on his hip, as kind of slightly open out, hovering in front of him, being held by Mage Hand, as a fireball ignites, coming from his hand, about to blow up right on the top of Henry. As you see that the rest of you kind of see the eyes, you kind of just see the swirling wind of fire kind of swirling past all of you, as you see in the glance of your eyes, the peripheral vision of William casting fireball. You see this woman standing next to Henry react in swift speed as her hands begin to swirl and cast something else, as this transparent, almost force field-like dome appears around all of you as the fireball explodes. As soon as it explodes, you see Henry begin to push towards you. You guys have seen, or I will say, some of you have noticed the spell is a wall of force. The wall of force dissipates as you see Henry push past you, Maxwell, as all of a sudden he's coming through the flames. He puts his arms around, like his one arm around you to kind of duck you behind him, and you see him wave his hand as he begins to cast the spell back. As you see an ice dagger begin to form in the palm of his hands as it gets casted and gets thrown straight at William.
Oh no! Oh, fuck no!
Hold on. Okay, hold on. You're gonna counterspell it?
Yeah, Fuck that.
I was
Okay.
actually gonna do a weird call, and then I was gonna actually stand and take the brunt of that damage.
Oh,
Well,
I
you
was
go-
going to fucking shove him out of the way. What are you talking about?
A Aramid and a Aspen both duck around past William as Maxwell, you kind of spin around, wave your hand just around Henry's shoulder as the spell dissipates. You see both of them. Well, you'll see William. Just had kind of reaction. You guys are kind of reacting of all these things at once. Disappear from behind you, Aspen and Aramid, as he flashes in front of you and teleports right in front of Henry, and you see two arms go up about to be fists as their arms lock around each other in a large, huge hug.
Are you out of your mind? What the hell is that?
You just see William just lift Henry off his feet and begin to spin around with it like, I never thought I'd see you. It was so long. And Henry just goes, holy shit, how did you, I didn't know you, don't do that. There are people here. And you just see like both of them trying to talk it back and forth, very similar in kind of dialects and tones, as they're both just starting to like talk over each other randomly, as both of you are just like, wait, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, Willie just goes, I'm sorry, that looked really, really bad. But this guy right here studied the same place I did, and his specialty was protecting those around him, and I had to make sure that his shit was still the best they could be. This guy's who you wanted in your corner. And then you just see Henry kind of go, hold on.
I think
Just
that's
I have to be in my
debatable.
corner. This guy right here has done all of the research. He knows all the lore. He knows every little bit about every little creature and is the best person at tactics to make sure everyone gets through the drill and the class without fail every single time. I didn't know you know this guy. As you realize, their tones and dialects are very similar to the Shademount Cathedral Empire. As all of you just stand still, processing this mission.
Without a word, Varys just turns and begins to walk inside.
Okay, so just to relay the rules again. No inside the house. The property is the only place you're allowed to go.
William just looks at you and goes, what?
We'll talk about this later.
No, screw it. Let's talk about it now. I understand there's a bit of a history here, but basically, that one points at Henry. Did something that could be seen as a threat to our party. So, well, this one points to Maxwell is friends with him. The rest of us aren't. So he's allowed on the property and the house. And then I just walk away.
There's a very, like, jaw slightly open from William, kind of like, what? Oh, what? What?
Just as I'm walking away, Varys can probably explain it better.
For the sake of civility, may I remind everyone we are currently hosting a party and,
Oh, I just made an explosion.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
You idiot!
that's fine. And he just goes and he starts, oh, what's that spell? Hang on. It's the spell that makes fireworks. It is pyrotechnics. As all of a sudden, William will just begin to cast pyrotechnics and just start throwing them up into the air. As just beginning to cast them constantly, just burning a bunch of spell slots. As all of a sudden, Henry sees what he's doing and goes, okay, and begins to start doing the same as a bunch of people now from the home, as Varys, as you begin to kind of walk back, you can see a bunch of people going, what was that noise? And all of a sudden they go around, they start seeing these beautiful colors igniting in the sky as these pyrotechnics begin to blow in the air, blowing these dazzling displays of colors. As people kind of go, oh, and they're all kind of like, oh, they just see the sky beginning to get lit up. The moon is beautiful. It's full. The stars around are glowing. As these pyrotechnics begin to go off in the air, you can begin to see in the distance of the city the beautiful castle of Summer Star. Some of you are less pleased. Some of you are more pleased. But many of your guests see this as entertainment and wonder. And as they both begin to slow down of their casting, one of them kind of goes, "All right, guys, that's everything we got today. We just kind of, thought we'd a little spell here and there. Sorry about the confusion. We wanted to, make it kind of aware as a surprise to the party here. My humblest apologies. I did not kind of get permission, but ta-da!" With the just like, I'm not good with people.
I
Ever
go
so
back inside, and I just get whoever we've got to start playing music again really loud to try and bring people back in, so that they can start dancing.
Easy enough to do.
Ever so subtly, Arabella's gonna look at William, give him a smile, and just step on his foot really hard.
No.
Ow! What?
No.
I'm confused. What happened?
You're an
one day
idiot. Back to the potty now. Goodbye. And she's gonna turn and go back into the party.
That's fine. You just literally just like you just hear William go, "What? Oh, trying to cover up what I did with the little fireball." Okay.
The fireworks were beautiful. I
What I thought. William looks very defeated.
I would venture a guess that it has something to do with Henry. I'm only just now learning of all of this myself.
I'm also confused by that. Can you fill me in? Henry kind of goes, "Absolutely." Also, hold on. Max, he kind of goes over, puts a hand on his shoulder. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? Your face says otherwise.
I was just completely thrown off guard that you guys knew each other.
Yeah, and you counterspelled my comeback.
I
That's not
didn't
cool,
know
man.
it was. I didn't realize this was a play fight. I didn't realize this was a friendly thing.
How's it not a play fight? It was a fireball. How's that not a play fight?
I've
Yeah, how's
seen
that
Arabella
not
use
like
it.
a play fight? Well, no, he looks at Henry. He's got a point. She just stepped on my foot. How she uses fireball, I'll be really careful. He goes, "Yeah, you know what? You do actually have a point on that one." I'm gonna grab us drinks. Maxwell, you want anything? Henry, you want anything?
I'll get it.
No, Max, you sit down. I'm the one who caused the fireworks. I'm the one who got my foot stepped on. I can get it. You two chit chat. We have a lot to catch up on, but apparently you guys are chill. So I need to talk to you about something. He points to Henry. You can actually help me out with something. Maybe. I don't. I'm gonna go get drinks. He just walks away.
When William walks back in.
Yes.
Damn it. Ahmed will go up to him and goes, "Fireworks are very pretty, and that was a very, very good disguise. Thank you."
Why did I get my foot stepped on?
Who stepped on your foot?
Arabella.
I would say I'll talk to her and get some sense into her, but we all know that's not gonna happen, but I will talk to her.
Don't. She'll step on my other foot.
Do you want me to heal your foot?
No. It's fine. It's not that bad.
I am sorry that happened. I don't know why she would. It's an Arab. I forget trained on Arabella.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
I'm just sorry.
It's fine. Why do you guys hate him so much?
He gave Max a demon, and because of what Varys is, demons and Varys.
Hold. Shh. Hold on now. You went from potion to demon. Hold on.
The demon was in the potion. Or the bottle.
Like a legitimate demon or a demonic essence?
I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that and Varys do not mix at all.
No.
Kind of like a massive threat to her life.
But did he fucking put it like an actual demon after you guys? Like, I'm confused. If he did, I'm gonna go kick his ass.
I don't.
And not a playful
We
way.
have to talk about Varys more about this. I only know.
I'm not talking to Varys right now. Did you see her?
Okay, now talk to Maxwell about it.
You think Maxwell's gonna give me a straight story?
And you think I know everything?
No, but I don't care anymore. I want to go. Where's your bad liquor?
X.
Yes.
Can you please show this
Max
poor
just shows up.
man our worst liquor?
Absolutely. Is this for Maxwell? Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Damn, I can't believe Henry's here. Holy crap. All right. You guys kind of go in. Aspen, as you kind of walk in with Mavis, Castro's with Drake.
Yeah, I don't fucking care anymore. He can get himself killed. I'll fucking get Airmed to bring him back. I don't care. I'm going to find Fen, and I'm going to give her a hug.
All right. Fen's sitting at the counter eating like some grapes. Whenever she kind of sees you and she kind of gets up, she goes, "What happened?" And you just kind of give her a big old hug, kind of stopping her mid sentence.
Oh my god, yeah. The type of hug where it's like he kind of wraps his arms around her waist and just kind of like pulls her into him. He like puts his head like in the crook of her neck. In just a very soft, I'm just glad you're safe.
I was never in danger, though.
He kind of just squeezes her a little tighter and pulls away. We have a rather bad history together. And I was scared that something bad was going to happen, and I might have overreacted, but whatever happens, we'll deal with it.
Well, as long as you're okay. I mean, I feel like I don't want to make you more angry, but he gave me something. Is that okay?
Aspen kind of like pauses and very softly, "Can I ask what he gave you?"
Sure. She kind of just holds out. There is a emerald in the shape of basically a little like you know those like teddy bears with like the round head and the big old round ears and that kind of like the little polka dot eyes.
Yeah.
It's an emerald in the shape of that.
Aspen kind of just swallows. Do you mind if I grab Airmed for a second?
Sure.
Aspen kind of quickly, trying not to panic, just goes over to Airmed. She's probably talking with William.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of just like, "Do we have detect magic?"
I do. Why?
Well, what's happened?
Henry gave Fen an emerald.
What?
I just want to make sure it's not fucking cursed or anything.
Okay. First, I have dispel magic. I don't have detect good and evil. However, and I look around for Lennis.
He's there. You see he's standing kind of next to Fen whenever you guys came back in.
Oh, okay, so he's like kind of there as well. Okay. Lennis might, and he's already with Ben. So
I just said I did, and I'm still here. And just William.
William, I love you, but not right now, okay?
What? You just...
Let's put it this way. There are just a lot of hard feelings at the minute.
I don't want to hurt your feelings. You don't know what the fuck is going on. That's okay.
And nobody just gives
My
anybody
emotions
a
are kind of all over the place right now. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I just want to make sure that my girlfriend is okay.
Oh, you made it official?
Just not right now.
Well, I get that. I still have Identify, though. It's not like it's gonna lie to me.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. William, you're coming with us, and I guess William,
Okay.
myself, Aspen, Lennis, and Fen are all in like a back kitchen area away from the rest of the party.
All right, I'm gonna need 10 minutes.
That is perfectly fine. I can't be... I have to be careful.
Well, hang on before you do that. Lennis, do you have Detect Good and Evil?
Why? What do you need it for?
The guy outside we're not big fans of because he has something to do with like demons and shit. Just gave Ben an emerald.
I might
We
be
are looking-
paranoid. We're probably
looking-
very paranoid.
We are looking to gift horse in the mouth.
Yes. I just want to make sure there's no demonic energies to do with it.
Okay.
And it's
there's
not
just-
like going to hurt anybody or anything.
Aspen,
Hi. Hello.
I would want you to just take 3 deep breaths, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to Fen, who might also now be like worried or something. But we're not saying there is. We're just being careful.
So, Alanis will go ahead and cast Detect Good and Evil. And there is none.
There's none.
No, there is nothing here. Now, mind
Check
you,
magic.
this cannot go through anything. It can't go more than 1 foot of stone. Your walls are thicker than that. So if anything's outside of here, I cannot detect it at the moment. Do you want me to go outside and walk around?
Actually, yes, that would kind of be helpful if that's alright. If you just did a loop.
I can do a loop.
I can come with you.
It's he just puts a hand like kind of like on your your face. It kind of pushes through your hair. It goes, you just breathe. Apparently, that individual has done a lot to upset all of you. So let me and William just do our thing. You guys just take a breath.
Okay, but if you're not back in 2 minutes, I am casting something.
I'm going to need 10. Okay. 10 minutes, then you can get
She
that
gets
thing.
tense again and nervous. It's just like,
You've killed me once. Don't worry. It takes a lot more than that than most people.
I almost killed you. I brought you back though.
Hmm. Just gives you a kiss on your forehead and just begins to walk out. Okay, so I'm gonna need to take 10 minutes. I'm not gonna be able to hear you or anything. I'm just gonna be doing this. Don't distract me, or it's gonna mess this all up.
That's perfectly fine. Aspen is kind of just like standing off to the side, just kind of absent-mindedly chewing on his thumb as his foot just bounces.
Takes the thumb out of your mouth, replaces it with a muffin. Gonna chew on something substantial.
After 10 minutes of you guys figuring out what you want to eat, William's eyes open. So are you hoping this is magical, or are you hoping that it's not?
I'm hoping that it's not magical.
So
But-
it's not.
Thank God.
But
There's no but.
oh,
as of right now, I see 0 magical identifications to make this anything other than an emerald. And then what Lennis did was checking to see if he knows this Fey, Fiend, things of that nature. I think he kind of goes through his spell book. I can't do that, but if I remember correctly, it does aberrations, celestials, elementals, Fey, Fiend, and undead.
Okay, I'm sorry. You detected all of those things?
No, that's what Lennis did. I just detected if there was any magical properties.
Okay, well, tell me about it.
And both of those were negative.
That's fine.
Um,
That's. Oh god. And Aspen
I
kind of
know
just
you
like
said-
leans over on the wall and just runs a hand through his hair.
I know you said there's no magic on it, but does that also mean that there's no curses on it?
Let me check my notes. AKA DMZ is Googling. Hey guys, if you're a DM or a player, Google is your friend, unless you're a player. Don't look up things you're not supposed to know. Property. 2 minutes. How many charges I have? You learn whether spells have any effects. I don't think they are. If there's items created by a spell, you learn. If you instead touch a creature. No, this doesn't. Does it do curse? No, I don't think it does.
Normally, it is rules that identify just not to let you know if it's cursed.
I didn't think so. But no,
So
I have no idea if it's cursed or not. So yeah, it definitely could be cursed. But
Okay.
I could put it in my pocket for like an hour and find out if it came from Henry. I'm highly doubtful. But then again, I haven't seen the guy in like 8 years.
If you want to keep it in your pocket to check, you do that. I am not.
I'll do it.
I'm just glad nothing bad is going to happen. Aspen just has his fucking head on the wall, just like leaning on the wall, and he's like, okay, I'm nauseous. I
I go into a cupboard and I bring out a cookie jar, and inside are like ginger biscuits. And she just
I
opens
thought
it
you were
and
gonna
gives
bring
them
out
to you.
weed. I thought you were gonna bring out Siren. I really did.
No, because ginger biscuits help with nausea and feeling sick. So, and because she knows this stuff, she literally just takes the cookie jar, opens it, and gives like Aspen a jar.
I will say there's one other thing, but it's not. There are arcane sigils on this, but they're not complete. So, as it
okay.
is right now, it's not magical in any way, shape, or form. Now, if you want me to look a little bit more and like finishing this, I would then be able to tell you what it does.
Is Fen still in the room?
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say, I was
yeah,
gonna ask
no.
Fen.
You took to a different room.
I thought we took Fen with us.
No, you said you said I'll be right back. I want to talk to Airman. So you took the emerald with you and you went to the kitchen. You said.
Oh no, I said I grabbed him. I grabbed
Yeah, I
Lennis
thought we brought
with
Fen with
Fen,
us.
and
That's
we
my.
brought Fen with
Fen
us into
is
the
now
kitchen.
here. Fen has been here the whole time.
Okay, cool. Because this is technically hers, so I want her opinion.
Do you want this to
Well,
get checked out?
he said like it wasn't finished, but he wasn't sure if you guys were going to be okay with it. And then you guys kind of came and made it seem like you definitely weren't okay with it.
We're just not okay with him as a person.
Listen,
But you're the things he gives out for free.
not really, but it's
Sketchy.
not my decision. This is yours. And whatever you decide to do with it is your own. I will be here to help and protect you if you need it. But this is
What do you
yours.
want me to do? will make you feel good.
He kind of looks at her and looks down at the ground. I know that actions don't necessarily make a person who they are. But what happened when Maxwell was sleeping was absolutely terrifying. I don't want that to happen to anybody else. I would feel better if you didn't keep it on you, but it's not my place.
Yeah, but I'm asking.
Okay, I'll be the one to basically just pull the band-aid off. He just wants to know that you're safe. So we would like our friend here to check it out, to make sure it is safe, so that you are safe. That is his top priority, is making sure that you are safe.
If it's
So
just like,
you want William to see what it does and then possibly give it back.
Yeah, that's,
If there is
yeah.
a curse in it, I can remove it. I just don't know what it does. And it's that unknown part that is scary. Because as soon as we know what it is, we can deal with it. If there is anything to be dealt with. But for now, it's an unknown.
And I can't take any risks. Too many bad things have happened to good people. I I would feel a lot better knowing what we're dealing with. If that's okay.
Fine. I'm fine with William taking a look at it and seeing what it does before I touch it again. Okay.
He kind of just stares at the floor, not really
kinda
making eye contact.
puts her hand on your shoulder, kind of lifts your chin up a little, and she goes, "Also, did I hear you call me your girlfriend?"
Yes, you did!
I'm sorry. Airman is the worst wingman on the planet. Just to throw that out there.
She never said she was good.
Aspen kind of just
The fact that you went from a pale tiefling to a red tiefling, I'll take that as a yes. So she just pokes you on the nose. So let's go eat a cupcake together. And she just grabs your hand and just walks away. William, do whatever you need with it. And just pulls Aspen away. Varys.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Upstairs.
Okay. Cool.
She
Are you in your
noped,
room?
she noped out. Yeah.
Okay. There's a
She's-
little knock on the door.
She opens it.
There's a little pixie.
The pixie would see the Varys is out of her dress and back in her normal trousers, armor, strapped up, booted up.
I mean, it's still kind of hot.
And you are drunk. Looking beautiful, though.
Mhm. Always. What's up, girlfriend? Why are you up here?
I'm confused and upset, and that is not a vibe that I wish to put onto everyone else. So
You're not leaving right
Downstairs.
now, are you?
I wasn't planning on right now.
I don't like the sound of that, though. What do you mean?
I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to be honest to Maxwell's mother. I'm going to be as honest as I can to anyone that asks me any questions. And then I'm leaving the premises.
Going where?
I don't know.
You're not like leaving forever, right?
No.
You leaving like for like a day?
As I said, Lily, I will be as honest to anyone that asks me a question. I can't give you an answer to that because I don't know if I'm going to feel better in a day.
You can't just You can't just leave. Hold on. Okay, the room stopped spinning. You can't just up and leave Maxwell like that. You know how that'll do to him? I'm not saying that you don't deserve your space. Like, that is 100% girl. You go, girl power. But that boy is a glass pot. That's the saying, right? A glass potato. I think that's it. He already feels like he's a failure at being a hero. And then, like, if you were to go, oh, I don't think he'd be a potato. He'd be more like a bratwurst. Like a glass bratwurst.
But he's not a failure. He's surrounded by friends and family. He's celebrating his achievements with people that wish to celebrate him. This is the best environment for him right now.
Yeah, but you know that you know.
No, I don't. And I think that's the point.
No, you. Hold on. Can you do me a favor?
Depends on the favor.
Can you wait here for a minute?
Well, I wasn't planning on leaving right now, so.
I know, but can you wait here a minute? Can you trust me? Do you trust me, Valis?
To the ends of the earth, dear.
Are you sure about that?
Hold out my pinky finger.
She takes it, and she disappears the moment she shakes.
Yeah.
Varys,
Mm,
you have an option now.
I know.
Do you want this to be a whisper to where only the audience and us can hear? Or do you want everyone to hear what happens next?
Yeah, I wanna whisper this.
Okay, then. Players, we'll be back here momentarily. You will not be heard. The chat will be coming to us, and you are not allowed to listen in on the stream until my return. I hope I can trust you, but I will leave that into your hands. We are going to go to the Whisper Room. Hello, Varys.
Hello, universe.
So, Lily disappears,
Mm-hmm.
and in her place is a much larger hand. And a hand cold as steel.
Oh.
As you now see a armored individual in front of you.
Mm.
In bright white steel armor. a large sword on their hip. As you look up, their head is basically they're hunched over this large, beautiful steel helmet.
Are they also pinky promising me?
Yes, essentially.
Okay. Well, I will keep the pinky promise until they let go.
Do you know who I am?
I am assuming that you are the being that helped us when we were facing that tentacled creature in the past. I am also assuming that you are linked to Maxwell. I might be completely wrong.
You might be completely right.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Wasn't expecting to be dragged down, but a certain little someone said someone needed me.
It's rather a petty thing to drag an angel down for, but
You've made an impression on her. Sit. And she releases your hand now.
you know, would head to because the bed is basically the middle of the room, so she will sit on the bed.
You can sit on the bed, and she'll sit next to you, and you'll see that the bed doesn't crush in under her weight.
I figured it's just a illusion, or at least a projection.
The helmet will disappear, and you will see a very fair-skinned woman with beautiful red hair, bright eyes, strong features. Speak to me. If the little one's worried, where do you plan to go?
I think it's more of a panic response. I need to leave.
As you kind of begin to tear, you kind of lower your head a minute, and then all of a sudden you feel a much smaller body, about the same size as yours, maybe not a little bit smaller, of arms just reach around you, armor gone, as you just feel this leather tunic, as you just feel your face get pressed into her shoulder. Where do you need to go?
Away. Not here. Out of the house. Out of Summerstar. I need space.
Does he frighten you so?
His influence frightens me. It scares me to my core.
You are not the only one it concerns. When the time was in Shademount Cathedral Empire, Maxwell asked if we could share. Could you believe that?
Yes.
As could I. As frustrating and as irritating as that is. Still, I still give it to him. As a random kind of cough comes from her. I don't truly know why myself.
My thoughts are scrambled, admittedly. The only thing that keeps becoming a front thought, a thought of any kind of stability, is that even if what Henry claims is true, that he simply wishes to be kind, benevolent, despite his religious leanings, he only has benevolence in mind. The only thing I can keep thinking is that he only speaks in half-truths. And he wasn't there when Maxwell was being ripped apart like paper in Tranquility. He wasn't there. And he knew we were coming back to Shape Mount, which means he was following our progress somehow. I see no good intentions with that man. And it just so happens that the man I love is glued to his side.
In that regard we share. My champion stands next to and befriended a demonic lord follower. One no less that dies in indulgence. I cannot tell you.
The one perfect for trapping Maxwell. Indulgence is all he knows how to say yes to.
Don't think it's the indulgence, I think it's his curiosity. He's so hopeful. Sees good in everything, even in the darkness of moments. As frustrating, as irritating as that is, that's honestly why I chose him. Even though my sisters and brothers keep telling me to take it away, find another, he truly does seek to find every good in every individual, regardless of what they tell him. Foolish, yes. But you cannot tell me that that is not something true to the core that not many possess.
It is one of his blessings.
And curses.
It is the thing I admire in him. Maybe not the most, but it is something I admire. Because I wish I had it. That faith, that willingness. It's beaten out of me long ago. That is not the point. The point is that I don't think it's blunt or presumptuous for me to say that I fully plan on marrying that man downstairs at some point. But I can't. When every time he even thinks about Henry, I just feel like I am unheard.
You think Henry takes priority over you?
I think Maxwell's willingness to see the good and to want to witness the good outshines my advice, to put it bluntly. It doesn't matter what I say or what I do. It doesn't matter what allowances I make. I always feel like the rug is pulled out from under me and I don't know what to do.
I cannot give you the answer.
I don't expect you to.
Well, that makes very few mortals then.
You might be powerful, but you are not all-knowing. I don't expect you to be able to tell me the successful path, the right what to do. But I think it's also very human of me to hate the paranoia, especially after everything I've been through.
I've seen your past. I think you are rightful and justful in your feelings. But I also think you cannot give up now. You cannot run away. You cannot let the fear, the darkness finally push you away. If what you say is true about Henry, that is exactly what he wants, to separate you from him. I have no idea of his intentions. His mind, his life is clouded from my eyes. But I can tell you, if it is true of what you say, you are the thing stopping him.
I'm not stopping anything. I think today was quite obvious that I'm not stopping anything.
Maxwell came to you when he arrived. He asked for permission, which you said not to. It must be on property, not within the home. Did he push you? Yes. Maxwell will push. He will push sometimes too far. You can see there's this fast anger and then a quick motion change of just compassion again. But in an instant, you felt this huge, life-altering anger coming from her body, and then reverting back to just this utter compassion.
See, I wish I could feel that. I can't get angry anymore. Some would say that's a blessing, but it just leaves me feeling sad.
The numbing feeling. That weird cough comes once again. Fetch it.
There is a strain on you.
This is nothing. Do not mind yourself with this. I cannot tell you what to do. But my advice, as little as it is, go to the boy you say you love. Be with him. Listen. Think for yourself. Let Henry see you for what you are. Vulnerable, yes, but a strong, elven woman who is not afraid to back down from her past, who's not afraid to back down from her future. Though she may be lost, you do not falter. You cry, you weep, but you stay tall. And no, you are not the only one who questions his motives. Of Maxwell and Henry. You feel there's a definite if there's a item pushed, there is some consequence. But with that, the embrace leaves. And there is but a small little pixie floating beside you. As you kind of look, you notice on your shoulder and a little bit on your bed this very light splatter of blood. You assume it's from the cough.
I lean over and place a kiss on the top of Lily's head.
You hate me?
Not at all. You pulled out very big guns, but I don't hate you.
I thought she would be better help than me. Don't tell Maxwell I can do that.
She at the very least is sober.
Yeah. Don't tell Maxwell. I can't really do that. That's like that's like emergencies. If that doesn't always work.
Do you know what's wrong with her, Lily?
Can't answer that.
So you do. You just can't tell me.
It's a good one though. I agree with what she said.
So do I.
Kind of annoying.
Don't you hate it when the people in authority are right?
I know.
Right, well, if you'll give me 5 minutes, I'll be back down.
If you peaky promise you're coming back.
I'll let the piggy promise.
Okay. She takes it. And we'll go back to the rest of the room.
Yeah.
All right. So, Maxwell, what are you doing? William is actually taking much longer than you realized. Henry, talking. Kind of goes. So that is not something I was expecting, honestly.
Not the same.
Yeah. I mean, kind of a douchebag to send a fireball right at me, but you have to understand. Where we study was not exactly the most accepting of being a kid. We were told to literally try to destroy each other, and if we didn't, we get the living hell bent out of us. And me and him have gotten very good at reacting off of each other. Though a fireball around all the friends, like how he expected me to be able to protect all of you, was a little bit presumptuous.
Well, he said you were pretty keen on making sure everyone gets out, so...
That was my job. Yes, that was my job. I went very defensive. He went very support. And then we had Harold, who was very offensive. Harold, the deity's rest his soul, is no longer with us, unfortunately. We had a good team. We didn't exactly have a falling out, but... we lost touch. We didn't see eye to eye on certain things.
It's fair. But I could unintentionally reunite, I guess. Two of you.
Yeah. It's everyone said we were hard to tell apart. I mean, he was blonde. Don't get me wrong, like looking different, same, but we could literally mimic each other perfectly. He had a little bit of a higher tone. I was a little bit lower tone, but it was perfect.
Fair enough.
But I need you two to do me a favor.
What do you need?
I need you to apologize to William that I will not be able to catch up right now.
Are you going?
And I need you to go to that beautiful woman. I need you to go embrace her. And forget about me for right now. Right now, I overstepped my bounds, and I see that. And that is a bad part on my position, and I see that. Now, do not defend. I don't want defending. I see my faults, and I am accepting them. I should not have brought Estella. That was too far. I should have came alone, and I should have just kept to myself in a small hut. But you need to go. I'm sure you know her more than me. I've gotten fairly decent reading people. Go to her right now. Think nothing of the rest of the world. Forget about the party. Give her your utmost attention. Adore her. Treat her like how I know Maxwell would treat the one he loves most. And there's not a thing any other girl, woman, or person out there could ever ask for anything more than that. And with that, he gives you a big hug and goes, "Thank you." If I'm sure Aspen's freaking out about this, and I probably overstepped my bounds as well. William can finish the sigils on the little emerald bear I gave Fen. I knew Aspen would be very worried of me. That can cast Shield of Fate 3 times a day, and once after that 3rd time, it does lose its abilities, but the stone remains. If they don't want it, throw it away. It's perfectly fine. Don't need to send it back. But that is if he finishes it. I didn't want to finish it because I thought that would be too dangerous. But
I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you, William. Not William. Thank you, Henry. Fuck.
I know we don't look the same, but I'm telling you, it's we can mimic each other very well.
Have a good night.
You as well, my friend. Now go have fun. Put a smile on your face. For the deity's sake.
On better circumstances, he's gonna stand up, head inside, try to find Varys.
Do you look back, or do you just keep on going?
Gonna keep on going.
All right. Oh, that's perfect. The song just ended. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. Varys, do you come down in 5 minutes?
Yeah. It's definitely a more like relaxed look. She's still wearing the dress, but like a lot of the makeup has been taken off. The hair is no longer in like this really precise updo that Amwyn did. Like it's now just like free flowing.
Okay.
But she is back mingling with party guests and is now actually taking the time to like eat food.
That's fair. That's also probably why I'm a bit emotional.
Yeah.
Arabella, when you come back in, Lorenzo is sitting at one of the kind of the island that you guys have kind of made over by the kitchen. There's 2 cups in front of them, and neither of them have anything missing. They are both filled, very fine glasses. As you kind of see, he goes, "Ah, it is very nice for you to finally return. I will put in my best effort to give you the Lorenzo experience. I have a goblet here just for you. I have the goblet here for me. We should lock arms and sip."
Lock arms. In what way?
Well, hang on. Go ahead and grab a glass.
Grabs it.
And he kind of grabs his and he kind of like wraps his arm around yours so your elbows are kind of interlocking. He goes, now we sit.
Okay.
Usually works all the time. He kind of says it to himself as he kind of sips. So he's like, okay. Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance? Absolutely. Yeah, dance? Dance. No. Silence. I'm
Yes,
fuck this up.
absolutely. Absolutely. No.
Hang
We'll
on.
just...
Hang on. Can we talk for a second?
Sure.
I'm totally a rebound right now, aren't I?
What? Who said that? That's so
No
silly.
one. I can see it in your eyes right now. Trust me, I have been the rebound more times than I would like to say, and I've very thankfully taken it many times. Especially if it means I won the bet. But I can... Look, you're beautiful, you're stunning, you have many... You have a lot going on. But if there's somebody out there, maybe, the past, maybe it broke up, I don't know. Sometimes I find the best is to forget about it for a couple of weeks. Don't worry about it. Just not saying that you drop me, don't care anymore. You're just saying, I'm going to take some me time. I'm going to focus on myself. Now, flirt away, fuck around, whatever, however that is to you. But don't try to fill the void. It's never going to happen. Trust me, there was one. Don't tell Maxwell this, but there was one. She was the one who got away. 100% she's the one who got it away. And I've been trying to fill that void for many years. And now, I won't do it. It won't happen. It won't happen. And I don't want you to suffer like I did. So if messing around with me is going to help do things for yourself and do things for you, I will gladly be the sacrifice. But if you're trying to use me to fill the void, I'm not going to be able to fill it.
Hold on. I am no way or shape or form filling the void. I've accepted what's happened. Yes, it is terribly sad, tragic, but in the end, it was my decision. I had the choice to stay where I wanted to, but do I wish that maybe there was some type of miracle? Yes, but you know what? Maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Because I've been thinking a lot about it, but maybe back then, in the past, it's the past. And this is, well, then it was the future, but now it's the present. But Lorenzo, I just want to have fun right now. It's a party. Everyone is happy. You are quite handsome, if I may say so.
I know. But go ahead.
Of course. And you're probably going to, go back with your troop after this party, and so you won't even be around to keep me company, even if I wish it. Is that right?
Yeah, more than likely. I'm sorry. Wherever Maxwell is, I don't want to be. Don't tell him this, but he kind of outshines me a little bit. I mean, just look at his body. No matter how ripped I get, all the girls like the tan skin. But no, anywho. If you want to just have a blast, then my suggestion is he kind of slides over the pines. He goes, I wasn't ready for this, but he goes over and he just has these 8 shots right in front of him. He kind of slides over. He goes, this is how you ruin a party for everyone else but you are going to have the time of your life. Now, my one question before we start doing this is, do you get naked when you're drunk?
Depends who's in front of me.
Children.
Absolutely not.
Okay, good. Here's your 4. Here's my 4. I just had to confirm that. Some people, Maxwell is one of them. If he gets drunk enough, he doesn't give a shit who's around. There are children here, so I had to confirm what type of drunk you were. Fair enough. That's the quote book.
However, I guess in the future, I'm going to have to tell Maxwell that I'm going to bed his brother. Best friends.
What?
Same thing.
Very, very, very similar. I've never been told if someone's going to put me to bed. I feel like I'm being put to death. But we'll work on your terminology.
No. Oh no, there's quite different terminology there. I meant it as I meant it. I want to drink, and then I want some fun. And when the night is over, you're not going anywhere.
I should have followed his warning. And he just went in. He just started. He just takes the first shot. Maxwell. You enter in at this point. Varys is, you see her kind of, a little bit, not as giddy up as she once was, but still wearing the dress. But you see her at the moment talking to your mother and the goddess.
Maxwell will walk up to them, kind of wrap his hands around Varys' waist, put his head onto her shoulder. If it isn't much of an inconvenience, could I take you for a dance?
You know what? It's about time.
And kiss Varys' cheek and girl, dance floor.
And gives his mother a look of like a sorry.
And you just see as he does it, she goes, and she's just like, wait a second.
Yeah.
It just points to you
I've been
two.
lying to you the entire night. Sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, no, that's not Barry saying it to his mum.
Oh.
But it's the thing it was the vibe of like I've technically been lying to you the entire night, and I'm kind of sorry. Smile, back away, dance.
You just see she just has a kind of a big smile on her face. As you guys kind of go to the dance floor, music's playing, everything begins to kind of pick up once again. Onwin, Ragnar kind of sees them getting up to dance. He goes, "Well, shall we?"
Gladly.
You get up. You'll see Fen start seeing everyone kind of get up. She goes, "Aspen, you probably don't dance, but we're gonna make it work." She just grabs your hand and starts pulling you to the dance floor. Once you guys are done with the shots, Arabella, he just looks. He goes, "Oh, he's not outdoing me." He just grabs. He goes, "Are you ready for this?"
Let's do it.
And you get brought out to the dance floor. You feel a tap on your shoulder, Aramid.
I'll turn to see who tapped me.
It has been 9 minutes. I'm alive.
Oh, good. Anything?
Yes,
Okay.
Henry.
Mm-hmm.
But he's no longer here. Okay?
Okay.
Him and Estella and anyone else who I saw with him have left. I followed them out into the field where the teleportation was, and they went through. I waited a couple of minutes, and I felt no presence of him. I made sure to do another walk around, and still nothing.
Visibly relaxes.
Now, I'm going to step on you, but may I have this dance?
Confusion at now I'm going to step on you, then may I have this? She like opens like, oh, okay. That makes more sense now. Sure. Be a waste to, not use those lessons.
What lessons?
We did the little lessons with.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Totally remember all of them. Hopefully I don't step on you. And he just kind of pulls you out. I want everyone to roll me performance checks.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyone, I would need Arabella to roll me with disadvantage. Because of drinking. But I need everyone to roll me performance checks. Oh no, Lorenzo with an 11! Oh, with an Arabella with a 6, that fits. Yes.
Give me just a minute. My laptop died at one point, so I've been on my phone, and I need to get back on.
Sorry. Do you want me to roll for you?
Sure.
Righty.
I guess those dancing lessons actually paid off. Holy shit.
Those shots were not a good idea.
Fuck yeah, with a dirty 20. Hell yeah.
We have Lorenzo with 11, Arabella with a 6, Varys with a dirty 20, Aramid with 15, Aspen with 15, and Maxwell with an 11, oddly enough, and Onwin with 20. The only reason why Maxwell got a little bit down is because Lorenzo was like trying to figure out the beat and he was able to do it, so he just intentionally trips Maxwell. And then it's just been slowly turning into a fight of who can trip who.
Fully.
Oh my god.
And then it basically just turns into like where people start switching partners, and then Maxwell and Lorenzo just switch partners, but they never switch off, and they're just intentionally trying to lead each other, and it just looks like two men fighting, like fight dancing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
To where, Lorenzo goes, "Everybody stop!" And kind of the music stops, everyone kind of pauses. He goes, "I challenge you, Maxwell Belmont, the smallest of them all in every way, to a dance-off."
Well then, good sir, my friend Lorenzo, or shall I say rival, I accept your duel on one condition.
Cool. What is your condition?
Loser gets a bucket of water dumped on them.
That's it? You can't do anything better than that? You, make bets like my sister.
I have a thing that can cause a geyser of water to be like hit straight in your face.
You have to sit on that.
I accept these terms.
Puts their hands out and just they clap hands.
Ahmed runs upstairs to get the decanter of endless holy water. Runs back down.
It's desecrating a holy item.
In front of the goddess who gave it to us.
I really hope somebody brings the lube.
Arabella's just gonna stand next to Varys and just kind of look over and give her a smile. Well, this isn't what I. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No. I was just gonna say, like, there's a big smile on her face. Like, that little bit of a dance has really picked her up.
She goes, "This isn't what I thought would happen tonight, but I'm sure entertained. How about you?"
Oh, I knew for a fact that there was going to be shenanigans as soon as I knew that the troop was coming. Although this isn't what I had in mind, as she just looks at the ensuing dance battle.
Popcorn, get your popcorn! Is just Mr. Popcorn just still handing out some popcorn out to some of the kids. You just hear it go, "Ooh, I got bets on Maxwell's gonna win this. That's why I'm putting bets 10 gold on Maxwell."
Come on, Lorenzo!
You hear the guys go, "I have 10 gold that says Maxwell loses."
I have to remain impartial as the person who has to deal out the punishment.
I'll put 10 gold down for Maxwell winning.
Okay.
I know my main man. He's fucking got this.
Fen will put down she doesn't have 10 gold, but
I'll give her
she
10
goes,
gold.
No, she goes, "I bet you a kiss that he loses."
And Aspen just kind of blinks.
Can I cast Send real quick?
No,
Sure. No.
let me do this.
Better a kiss than no wind.
Yeah, literally, as soon as she says that, Aspen just very gently puts like a finger under her chin in just a very short pat.
Okay. Okay.
Does that count?
Okay. No. Sorry, I'm a girl. I'm very picky.
You see his like his face is red, and he kind of just shyly smiles at her.
One
I
kiss against
bet
Necma. Oh, okay.
that if Lorenzo wins, him and Arabella get the tower.
Oh,
And quirks
no.
an eyebrow at that, Max, being like, "You want to give up your comfy bed so that Lorenzo can fuck in it? Go on."
I love this.
And I think I'll take a wager on it. I bet Ahmed gets to sleep in the very first night in my newly built tower when it is complete. And I really don't want that to happen, so Lorenzo, God help you! You better win.
You realize
but
I'm
my
probably
child
the
ain't gonna
only
win.
person that would, respect your space.
Your mother comes into the bet, Maxwell. She goes, "I have 10 gold for my boy." You still owe 20 gold for the last one.
Well, hopefully it'll be paid off this time.
Alrighty, is there any more bets? Alright then. Maxwell. I need you to perform me a performance check. But before you do so, you see Lorenzo snatch a violin from the side and begin to give himself a little song, a little beat. As you hear him begin to slowly hum a few words to himself, so he will give himself bardic inspiration.
Oh, what a cheater.
Oh, everyone thinks Maxwell's a bard until, he's not a bard.
We all know
what
that
about-
he's a fucking warlock. I don't know.
This plus this plus...
Let me.
Max, do you want me to roll first? Do you want me to roll?
Oh, Pyramid. Cast fucking bless on Maxwell. Make it even.
No.
I have to remain impartial. How dare you think that I would? So you
If
get
I
like
see-
a D4. Not bardic inspiration, but
I think we'll call Lillian.
Okay.
Do
Do you
you
tell her
want?
to stay invisible?
I do not.
Okay.
We're gonna play fair,
Okay.
but she's
Wait,
gonna
hold on.
help.
We're playing fair.
We're gonna play fair this time.
Okay.
It's always better to win whenever you have a landslide.
I'm sorry. He's looking really hot right now. I'm a little concerned for you, bud.
Yes, but we'll win because we'll have something that he doesn't.
Yeah.
A small group of the most cutest backup dancers. Past flock of familiars. We'll have 5 beautiful sprites in their sparkling dresses.
I love it. I fucking love that. Give
we'll
yourself
have-
inspiration.
The time for it is now.
Yes, it is.
I will give that to you. And I will tell you right now, he is disadvantaged because he's had 4 shots right before this.
Alrighty.
All right. Do you want me to roll first, or would you like to roll first?
I'll roll first. I'll be cocky.
All right.
You also get bless.
Yeah,
Come
add a
on,
D4.
Maxwell, come on.
Did you roll with advantage? Did
No.
you roll with it?
Because
Are you
I
gonna use
did
your
not.
inspiration?
I am using my inspiration.
All right, go ahead and read.
God.
You're keeping the D4. You just get rid
Yeah.
of the nat 1. I love that was a nat 1 for the chat out there. That was 100% a nat
Oh my
1.
God.
God.
Thank
That one
you
for
for
dice as
freaking-
well. It was a 1 on the 4 and a 1 on the 20.
That if Devil Went Down to Georgia was not copyrighted, that is 100% what he would be playing right now. But okay,
So
the Maxwell.
less, that's a 16.
Yep.
That is that's a 16.
I'm
Alrighty.
rolling like trash today.
I'm gonna roll just the D20 first, and I'm gonna add whatever else I need for his abilities and things of that nature. Because I can't do this with disadvantage. Oh wait, hang on, I can. Hey, look at that. All right, hang on. So I can do this, do that with disadvantage, plus ability. What is that? Plus that. Oh. Hey.
Damn.
With Baritic Inspiration, a +6 to his performance check, Lorenzo rolled a total of 12. Okay.
Fucking wrecked.
Okay. Maxwell, please describe to me your dance. Or whatever you do.
Maxwell would take position, center stage. The small sprites, small lilies, I should specify, circling around him, as he would start a slow dance, more flowing kind of like waterish, as if he was trying to dance with toys without them, just kind of going through the motions and having different sprites kind of follow the circular motions as them, each one of those dresses giving off a small sparkle, different points as they fly in those circles. It's kind of a fake illusion of the normal dances that he would normally do, just without any of the equipment.
I love it. Very well done. Lorenzo's seeing it. You see him put his violin down, kind of brush his nose off with his thumb. You can see he's very flowy. As you can see, he's definitely gotten a little bit drunk. As he begins to try to do essentially one of those like tap dance battles where his shoes start making clicks and clacks against the floor, trying to do a dance while he's doing it. And while that was decent, at some point his foot catches one of the loose floorboards and actually trips, falls, and lands right on his shoulder as the guy falls down. People cheer out for the winner of Maxwell. Maxwell, do you take a bow?
100% with Lily.
All the lilies bow, as you will see all of them as they kind of bow, hide their little bows back in between their wings. As you saw, all of them were getting ready to notch an arrow. Only you can see it because you're nice and close, but you can see all the lilies just hide the arrow and the bow back underneath their dress, and you're like, oh, okay, they were definitely not going to play friendly. They were going to shoot probably like 20 arrows at them, but Lorenzo gets up, head down in shame. Give me the bottle. No, there's no bottle. There's no bottle.
No. She's like, are you sure you want to do this?
Give it to me. Do you want it inside or outside?
I mean, I was just gonna aim it straight at your face.
Well, no, we said we had to sit on it.
You guys said you had to sit on it. I said you get it to the face.
Okay, let's see you, Maxwell.
It's her bottle, so she has the final say.
I don't want you to sit on my
Alright.
bottle.
Okay, well, I'm here. Give it to me. I usually, wait, nope, not gonna say that. There's kids.
I'm gonna say outside because it's 30 gallons of water.
Okay, he just slowly walks outside. Hold on. He kind of goes over, just grabs a bottle of vodka, and walks out. All right, and everyone comes out and starts washing. Everyone's laughing and having a great time.
Okay. Are you ready?
Hold on. Just takes the bottle and just begins to drink and just gulp it. And you can see it's burning, but he's like, nope, don't stop, don't stop. And he goes about halfway the bottle until he stops. He goes, ready.
I would say as Aramed is gonna like blast him, Arabella will like come in so she takes the blast with him.
Okay, I like it. I like it. So with that, you jump next to him as these 30 gallons of water burst out. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw to see if you fall prone or not.
Must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Oh, strength save. I'm sorry, strength save. I thought it was a dex. Fair enough. I believe your strength is 0. What's your strength? -1.
Yeah,
so
you roll that.
15. It's all right.
It would be 14.
It would be 14. So, funny enough, as you jump over next to Lorenzo, he stands firm. Aramed, you see Arabella go to take it, and she just... What was the saving throw again?
DC 13 strength
DC
saving
13.
throw.
There you go. You see her just get blasted. She slides back a little bit, but Lorenzo kind of grabs her hand, and you both stay up. You guys are both now soaked. Your dress is very, very soaked now.
And she just kind of looks up and is laughing at him.
With that, the party continues more. The night grows late, and one by one, the families begin to leave. The goddess looks to all of you. She goes, "Thank you, Maxwell, for not ditching me. Here's 10 gold." She just puts it down onto the table. It has been amazing seeing you all again. You have no idea.
I'm glad you were able to make it.
It's always
Me
a
too.
pleasure to have you here.
So, same thing next 1,000 some use?
Sure, absolutely. Make it 10,000.
It's a hard stretch, but okay.
Well, goodbye, I guess. This is weird.
You're
You're welcome to stay the night if you don't have to run off straight away.
We have extra rooms.
Fair. Sure, what's one night? What are they all going to do? Bump me down to commoner? I don't know. Well, I'm going to get yelled at, but I'm already here. Why not?
Just let Roma know that you're here with us. She'll get over it.
Sure.
Yo, one night out. Please enjoy it.
And I
Then
feel
I'm
like I can give you something you can slip into your tea that will really chill her out for a good couple of hours.
Are you talking about drugs?
I'm talking about siren.
Yes.
Aramed and the siren.
Aaron in the siren tea.
Yeah. I want to point out they've come a long way. I really think they've come a long way. But she'll take the tea. She heads away. William heads to sleep. The caravan kind of goes down and begins to camp out. Fen looks to you, Aspen. She goes,
Hmm.
All right, fair enough. You win.
And
Guess you don't get it.
yeah, he doesn't even let her finish, and he kind of like scoops her up like under her arms and twirls her, and like puts a hand behind her head, dips her, and just straight on the lips kisses her. Just like
You
very
can feel the gaze
slowly.
of Mavis, kind of from the corner. You could feel people watching you, but it doesn't matter. This just feels right.
Exactly. Just very slowly comes back up from the dip and sets her back down. Pushes a hair softly behind her ear. He has red cheeks and a little bit out of breath, but he just has a big smile on his face and just softly asks, "And how was that for a kiss?"
Uh, I need to go home now. She just kind of like gives you a hug. She goes, "Also, my parents were right behind you the whole time," and she just scurries away.
Aspen kind of just chuckles and like that's when his ears turn red and he kind of just I hope you had a good night.
Bye, guys. And she begins to run off with her parents. At this point, you feel another set of eyes come watching you, Aspen, as you kind of look over to the kitchen archway. There's Kestrel with his arm around Drake's waist.
I fucking called it. Oh my god. Yeah, sounds about right.
And he just looks at you. He just kind of gives you a wink. You just see him mouth the words, "My man."
Just gives him like a thumbs up as his fucking cheeks are burning.
If you see Ahmed is literally just like hands clasped under her chin, and she's like, "This is so cute," and she's so happy. She's so excited for you too.
But they leave. Lorenzo, he looks to you. Everybody goes, I fucked up.
Tell me you're gonna leave so soon.
I can't stand right. Mark well. Butt face. Tell her what I'm thinking.
Maxwell, do you dare to translate it for me?
I think he's a little too drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Oh, Ahmed, can't you? Do you have the ability to do something?
Yes, I do.
No, hold on. He drank that alcohol on his own fruition. I don't think we should interfere with that whatsoever.
However, I also don't want to have to deal with liver.
I also have a bet on the line from this.
I'm now looking between Varys and Max Black.
Varys
And then I kill Arabella, and I'm like, nah, screw it, I have to cast it. And I cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Yeah, Varys is
Fair
looking
enough.
at Max being like, bet? Scuzzy?
I was about with the goddess, and I think I was winning.
If you winning was contingent on him being absolutely rat-ass drunk, I don't think you were winning.
It was helping though.
As you cast it, Airman, he goes, "Oh, you need to give me that kind. You can put that in like a capsule.
No.
I also
unfortunately
need to pee really bad right now. Hang on, everybody." He just walks out.
Her hand in her face, her head in her hand.
But after a little bit,
I just go to Arabella and I just say, "You're welcome."
And she pulls Aramet and goes, "When the tower is built, you may have the first night."
No, that's
Thank
Jerem. I'm
you.
happy with mine.
A bet's a bet, is it not? You won. It's only fair.
I didn't make a bet.
No, but I bet that. I bet.
You know,
I'm
'cause you're
trying to be
insisting
nice
so
here.
much. I know, but I'm also trying. Because it's
how about you both sleep together?
Lily. You didn't win the bet.
I couldn't pretend I did. I was gonna win the bet. Well, no, we were gonna win the bet no matter what. I just want to point that out. Absolutely gonna win the bet. Absolutely. Are you guys gonna go upstairs? Because I don't want to hear it tonight. He just looks to you, Maxwell and Maris.
There's the moment of just like Poker Face, just even stunned that the question was asked, and then there's a little bit of a smile. She goes, "Well, last time I checked, I'm a little more subtle than Arabella." And there's just a smile, a shit-eating grin.
And with that, each of you return to your local chambers with whoever you are wishing. As you guys all begin to head to sleep, head back to your beds. Ragnar looks at you all when he goes, "It was an absolute pleasure escorting you this fine evening. If you ever wish to do it again, I will be happy to oblige. You have a absolutely lovely night and enjoy your night's sleep. I am going to head out beneath the night stars and hopefully fall asleep beneath them."
Thank you very much for agreeing to be my date so last minute.
Absolutely.
And for being such a wonderful date at that.
I try, don't always succeed, but I do my best. Have a very good night. Takes your hand, kisses it, and I will see you in the morning.
Of course. Have a good night and a pleasant sleep.
And with that, we will call today's session completed.
Look at us go.
Look at that, number 2.
I full on expected there to be an absolute fucking bloodbath.
Yeah, I thought there was gonna be a showdown for real.
Varus wouldn't have let you. Varus wouldn't have let you.
No, that was awesome session, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me, my players. Thank you to chat who's been chilling with us for so long. I greatly appreciate all of you as well. Thank you for joining us. We'll be here next Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As my players are informing me, I will be playing the ending video this time like I was supposed to last time. Don't you worry.
By the way, you need to play the ending video.
I tried to make it Koba, but apparently that's not a thing anymore.
Thanks. But I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Check out the music at the top of the video. Absolutely fantastic. They really make the games pop. So appreciate all of them to be able to make fantastic music to allow us to use. Please check them out. Subscribe. Buy their music. They are truly fantastic. If you wouldn't mind checking out our TikTok, our Instagram, our YouTube, and our Twitch, if you can send it anybody our way, we would greatly appreciate it. I actually recorded this one, even though it was slightly late, so hopefully we'll be able to put this on YouTube for anyone to watch in past tense. As always, I will see, hopefully, each and every one of you on a wonderful Friday, and I cannot wait to see all of you. Have a
You
wonderful
forgot
night.
to mention the Discord!
Well, there's a Discord now, too! Thank you, Envy and Allie, for yelling at me all the time. But yes, there's also a Discord now. I think Envy threw a link in the chat, so pay attention to that. You can come hang out with us every once in a while. Who knows? I might pop in there and game. I might pop in there and talk to people about DMing. I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore because I'm so busy. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play the end of the video. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.